The holidays are about spending time with loved ones, but they can also be a time of emotional stress.
The holidays, to be honest, are a time of redo. They're a time of redemption. That whatever has been the experience in the past that we've had in our holidays, good or bad, God can come in. And
Christian counselor Catherine Harris explained where the stress may stem from.
we all have kind of an ideal, maybe something from childhood, something we've seen on TV, in other families, of what we think. We have an expectation of what that holiday should look like.
Maybe there's a relative or a family member that someone might not be too excited about seeing or even, being in the same room with. How can they make the most out of that situation?
I believe how we can make the most of that situation is biblically a mandate from Colossians chapter 3, where he says, put on love. And that statement is like putting on a garment. You don't have ooey gooey wonderful feelings when you put your clothes on. You just dress in the wardrobe of what's appropriate. And that's the picture of that verse, is if we dress in the wardrobe of love, then it goes on to say that that is the perfect bond of unity. I believe that by coming together anyway, even though there's conflict in the family, I believe that that can give God an opportunity to do something amazing and redemptive. So instead of avoiding, which is a very passive way of either communicating or behavior, to kind of step into it and maybe face some of the fears. It's really about coming together to express love.
What would you advise someone to do prior to attending a holiday event to kind of mentally prepare themselves for what's about to take place?
I can't think of a better way to prepare for a holiday, where whatever the issues are, the dynamics with family, than through prayer.
How would you advise someone who has a significant other or is married to kind of combine the time that they spent with each family?
One way that a lot of families will adjust to that is to creating a separate time that works great for the family traditions and what everybody loves to experience. Say, having a gathering on Christmas Eve to celebrate with one part of, say, the in-laws, or to separate it enough to where every celebration with the different sides of the family are meaningful. And I think it's important to discuss that ahead of time and have an agreement with your significant other, with your spouse.
And let's not forget about blended families.
If there's some kind of ugly situations that typically arise throughout the year with those blended families, I think it's so critical that the parents discuss what's best for the children at large.
Holidays can be very stressful. What kind of advice can you give people to handle the stressors that come upon during the holiday season?
I think the best way to handle the stressors is to make the main thing the main thing. And when you make the main thing the main thing, it really is about loving one another and preparing your heart, not for having the perfect setting of whatever you think that's supposed to look like, buying the perfect present, and if you wait till the last minute, you're just really setting you up for a whole lot of stress. So that does require planning ahead and preparation that's intentional.